Hi, this is Stephanie, Stand Up Humboldt. It's queer news from a Humboldt point of view.
Hey, Steph. Thanks for joining me today on Stand Up Humboldt.
Thanks for having me.
I'm excited to have you here. We're going to talk today about Humboldt Pride. And me and you have been working on the Humboldt Pride for a couple of years together now.
Yeah.
And we're kind of the big cheeses, the big heads.
Somewhat in charge.
Somewhat pretend to be in charge. So even though Pride is not till September, we're already working.
Yeah, the process begins at the beginning of the year. It takes easily 9 months to put the whole festival on. We work our tails off to throw a party for 3,000 people.
Yeah, we've had a great turnout these last couple of years. It keeps getting bigger every year.
Every year, more and more people show.
And we count 3,000 people, but we know that there's a few people that showed up that we missed, that snuck through the gate, or
of course.
And we can't catch everybody. So lots of people come out and play with us. So let's talk a little bit, like, what is the festival? What do we do at the festival?
It's a family-friendly, all-ages event that has pride and queer support in its mission. So we do a variety of things. There's stage entertainment, there's a children's area, there's food vendors, there's information, lots of local vendors that sell products and provide, there's DJ booths and an alcohol booth.
An alcohol booth. So there's endless entertainment. I mean, we do the main stage, which usually has like 3 bands on it, and usually some local performers. And then at the back of the field, we put up the DJ and the dance floor. And last year we did drag performances, which were a big success.
Yeah, we had some pop-up drag performances that drew a crowd and got everyone super energized.
Right. The children's area is growing because the kids that keep coming keep growing too. So we used to have 1 bouncy castle. Now we have 2.
Now we have 2, exactly.
Just so everybody has a chance to, play and have a really good time, and then they color, and we've done bubbles and spinny art, and there's just fun stuff to do there for the kids.
Lots of fun
and it's
stuff
all
for the
free.
kids. Absolutely.
It doesn't cost you a dime to jump in the bouncy castle at all.
It doesn't cost you a dime to get in the festival either.
Oh, that's right. It's like a free party.
It's a free party.
It is. We do take donations at the gate because what's our current operating expense? About $10,000.
Yeah, $10,000 to $12,000 about to put the festival on, and we have to fundraise all year long to make that goal, so we can put on a festival to let people come for free.
Right, and get our local sponsors to help us out too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so we're thankful for all the people that contribute to us every year and help keep us going.
Yeah, local community and business owners donate significantly to Pride.
Right. How many hours do you think you put into Pride last year?
Oh gosh, let's say even an average of a couple a week. That's let's say over 100 hours.
Right. And then the week, like the couple of weeks leading up to Pride, I feel like we're working about 40 hours.
Yeah.
Little details.
It's a push to cross all the T's and dot all the I's and make sure everything's in place.
Right. It takes a lot of work to put off this event. I mean, like right now we're starting, in a little bit we'll start applying for permits, just to get the permits out of the way, reserving our park, and it's just all tedious paperwork kind of. Luckily, a lot of our volunteers get the best jobs because they get to be there at the party celebrating.
Yeah.
We've been pushing paper all year.
Yep.
Finalizing permits and writing checks to people to pay for equipment and stuff like that and whatnot. How many volunteers do you think we have?
Total for the whole event, I think we usually use 100 to 200 people to put on the festival.
Right.
Currently, right now on the board we have 5.
5. Yeah. So when we talk about Humboldt Pride, we're talking about this many.
Yes. Yeah. 1 hand's worth.
We work really hard, and a lot of us work. So we all have fun, and we don't get paid.
Right.
We do this purely for love and passion and because we want to do great things for the community.
Absolutely.
And, we donate a lot of our time. We meet once a month.
Yeah, we meet on the 2nd Sunday of the month at the Jefferson Project now is the new location that we have. So it's in the evening time at 6 o'clock. So it's kind of an odd time, but it allows for working people and people who are away for the weekend to still come back and attend the meeting and provide their thoughts and ideas.
Right, and we want more people to come to our meetings.
Yes, please.
Because we love to hear people's input and information and suggestions and stuff like that. And I'd say that the meetings are fairly family friendly.
Oh, for sure.
And so if that's a challenge, contact us. We can help you out and figure something out. We have some holes right now in our organization that we're trying to fill. We have some needs that are currently unmet. What are some of those things that we need?
We need some assistance with a sponsorship person to help kind of pull in donations and reach out and obtain all the sponsorships to get the money to put on the festival.
And so what that entails is we have a pre-drafted letter.
Yeah, so
and we give you a list. I mean, the cool thing about a lot of these positions is we've been doing, Pride's existed for over 20 years.
Yeah.
We've been doing it for a few years together now.
Yeah.
And so everything's kind of done. We just need a body.
Yeah.
So we give you a list and we say, hey, we need sponsors, and here's a list of places to go, and you take your letter and you smile and you know, ask people to give us stuff.
Yeah.
And you know, so if people were intimidated about like, oh, I don't know if I'm qualified for a job or it's going to be too much to take on, a lot of it's already laid out.
Yeah, we basically have job descriptions for each kind of position that
Right.
that is utilized within the organization.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And we always appreciate someone who's willing to help that maybe has done this before, has a little background.
Sure,
If
sure.
not, we always help each other.
Of course.
We pair up with somebody, and nobody's left alone to do any one job. We very much take care of each other.
Yeah, and we actually all work as a team too.
Right.
So it becomes, hey, I need some help with this, and everyone kind of gathers together and
Right.
helps that person out
Yeah.
if they need it.
Yeah. So so we need help with sponsorships, and what else do we need?
We actually need some help with graphic design and crossing over into our website to maintain that throughout the year. There's
Right.
various things that get updated, and the graphics part, we need to get a design for the theme that's going to happen for this year. Each
Right.
year we do a different theme and a different graphic that goes along with that, so we can do promotional materials, both in print and digital as well. So
Right, right. And so we'd love to have a webmaster, someone.
that would be great.
You know, and our website is not as active this early in the year because we don't have a lot going on.
Right.
But as we get closer to Pride, and we have lots of events that go on for Pride, we like to start posting our pictures and getting
Yeah.
people involved. And
Yeah, we'll have fundraisers throughout the year to kind of make money for the festival, and
Right.
we also have Pride also sponsors the softball team, so we post about when all those games are.
Right.
So later in the year, during the summer,
Things get busy.
Things get busier. So there's not a ton of work right now for that specific position, but
Right.
we would like to get someone in to get them kind of familiar with it and
Right.
what we're looking for.
What's our web address?
It's HumboldtPride.org.
Okay, and things that you can find on our website is how to sign up to be a volunteer.
Yes. Yes, you can connect to, you send an email to the volunteer at HumboldtPride.org email address, and that goes directly to our volunteer coordinator, who will reach back out and try and get some of your skills and what you're looking for
Right.
and what kind of jobs you're interested in participating in, and find a good fit to where you can work and be part of the group.
And so if you're also interested in participating in Pride as maybe a nonprofit organization that's giving out information,
Yeah.
or as a vendor who wants to sell a product, you can download an application off of our website, right?
Yeah, and that gets sent to the vendor at HumboldtPride.org email, and our vendor coordinator will then reach out to you and coordinate when and where and what needs to happen with various paperworks, from nonprofit to food vendors to seller's permit or seller vendors and things like that.
Right, right. So website has lots of great information.
Definitely.
And we try to keep it updated. I think they can find some resources on there. And Facebook is a great way to stalk us.
Yes.
Everybody does Facebook these
Everyone
days.
finds us on Facebook.
Right, and and not only on Facebook do we talk about our Pride events, but we also talk about all the other queer-friendly events that are going on in the community too.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we get stuff from other organizations or people that are putting on events, and we are able to share with them and,
Right.
and reach out to as many people within the community as possible.
Yeah, as part of our network.
Totally. Yeah.
Okay, so we need some sponsorship help, we need some media help, and what else? I think we could use another body for the parade at this point in time.
Yeah, we'd like to have someone who would be interested in taking the leadership for the parade. We already have things like the route laid out and
Right.
those little paperwork details
I
that
fill
you
out
talked about.
I fill out the paperwork, yeah.
Yeah, but we need someone to coordinate all the entries who want to be part of it. If they
Right.
want to be a walking group, if they want to be an actual float, if we can get some floats going this
Right.
year versus just a couple cars. Last year we had some cars that were great to get
Right.
through.
And we've had kinetic
We had
sculptures that
kinetic
have
sculptures,
right,
yeah.
right. We always a marching band, usually some drums and stuff like that participate.
Yeah.
And the last couple of years, I've noticed that the amount of people that just show up and want to walk and march. So the parade's open to the public, which sometimes people don't know about.
Yeah.
We do our best to promote that, but really, I mean, if you just want to show up and represent and be part of, the queer community or an ally, because
Definitely.
we love our allies too. They're just as important as we are. And so like anybody can show up. And last year we just had mommies with strollers and walking the babies. And I mean, it was kind of crazy. I love it when just people show up and are ready to just like march and be part of that.
Yeah, and I got some feedback last year that, you know, a couple people, this was their first time ever like walking in a parade.
Right.
So they were super excited to even just participate in that, which was great. I'm like, excellent, come back next year.
Right. So I've done the parade organizing the last couple of years, along with festival organizing and fundraising and stuff like that. I happen to like running the parade. I get to yell at people with my bullhorn a lot.
You like that.
And boss people around. And just kind of get everybody coordinated. And then there's always this big like hype of like, oh my God, it's time. Okay, parade, go. And then everybody leaves and you're like, it's over.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay. And, you know, then we're off to the festival and you know, there's plenty of stuff going on down there at the festival too.
Yeah, because the parade kind of snakes its way through Old Town and lands at the festival where at Halverson Park. So.
Which and the great thing about when the parade arrives is that's what our kickoff is.
Definitely.
For the whole festival.
Yeah.
Get the parade there. We make some announcements, start some bands, and let the party begin.
Let the party begin. Yeah.
Right. Right. We've been really fortunate that everybody I think has been just amazing in helping us. You know, Dawn's Rental, you know, helps a lot, and Action helps a lot.
Yeah.
You know, and we've gotten some good help from a lot of our local breweries around town, and good relations is really good to us too.
Yeah.
And you know, we're looking for probably suggestions at this point in time for a grand marshal or outstanding community member, which is something that we do.
Yeah, each year we honor both an organization and an individual who has exemplified outstanding qualities toward the queer community, community at large, just being an all-around good person / organization as well.
Right, right. And so we take suggestions. Like we want your input. I mean, we're only this many.
5 people.
So if you guys out there in the community have been working with an organization, or if there's someone that you have in mind that you just think is like this amazing person that just does amazing things for the queer community, we want to hear from you. We want to know about these people. And,
absolutely.
And, you know, we want to be able to recognize them and give them our gratitude and thank them for all that they do for us.
Yeah.
So we have fundraisers that are coming up and that we do. So, and a lot of other things that we do in the community, you know, there's, because Pride supports so many things. One of the monthly events that Humboldt Pride loves so much is like our Club Triangle.
Yeah.
That Anya has put together, and you know, they've got the drag queens once a month at the Jambalaya.
Yeah, it's the 4th Friday of the month that DJ Pressure Anya comes out, and they help do the music for this fantastic drag show that happens.
It is pretty great.
It's epic performances that come out. There's regulars that perform. There's guest performers. It's a really fun show if you've never been.
Yeah, yeah. It's $5 cover charge. Totally worth the $5.
For sure.
You know, and then we watch a little drag show, and then we dance the night away.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Super fun.
Yeah, and so there's some other drag shows, all kinds of drag shows that are coming up. We have the Dragon Ball that's going to be coming up, and honestly, probably by the time this thing airs, it may be over with, and you've missed a great party, by the way. So sorry that you missed it. But this will be the 2nd year that we're helping with that event too.
Yeah, that'll be a fun event on February 6th. And later in February is the drag youth workshops that are happening right now.
Right.
It's very, very fun event. I'm super excited about
it. Right. The awesome thing is a lot of people from Club Triangle have decided to spread their amazing talent and wisdom.
Yeah.
And we had a bunch of youth that came and said, hey, we want to learn. Hey, we want to understand.
Yeah.
And so they've gone and now coordinated all of these fabulous workshops to work with kids and stuff, which is great. I love that the youth is getting more involved.
Me too.
You know, it was, you know, we're of the same generation, but it's very interesting how things have changed where, you know, people weren't allowed to really express themselves or come out really until like later in life. And now I'm seeing this whole new generation of kids that are kind of discovering themselves at a much younger age than I think what we used to, or even what I discovered myself as, you know. So it's great that they're discovering themselves. They're using their voices.
Yeah.
They are expressing themselves.
Yeah.
And it's great that we all get to be there and help support that and see what goes on and be part of that. I'm so excited.
Oh my gosh, I know. I'm super excited to just share the knowledge that like the drag queens and the drag kings in the community, they're able to share their knowledge and experience and give back to the youth. Like that's huge.
Right. So last year what happened is we did the after party, and we fundraised, and we wound up with a chunk of change that we decided to give to these kids instead.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so we said, hey, here's some money, do something amazing with it. And so now these workshops have kind of taken off, which I think is really cool.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that we get to, give back to the community in a lot of different ways.
Definitely, yeah.
You know. So what are some other cool stuff that we're up to this year? Let's see. So I want new T-shirts.
Yeah. I want new T-shirts and sweatshirts this year, which circles back to
we need a graphic designer. So and not necessarily maybe a digital graphic designer. I mean, I'd be willing to take some sketch art
for sure,
and all kinds of different mediums or whatever. And so if you're sitting at home and you're watching this and you're thinking about Humboldt Pride and what does Humboldt Pride mean to you, and send us your ideas. We want some. We're ready for some new T-shirts and something different.
Yeah, yeah.
And our merchandise area is kind of getting bigger over the years too. It used to just be T-shirts, and now we've expanded into some other things that we have. And
yeah, we have bandanas and hats and stickers and buttons and all kinds of stuff.
All kinds of stuff. I made so many buttons last year. My little thumbs were so sore from making buttons.
You pressed each one. You pressed each one.
Just another one of the many jobs, other duties as assigned.
Exactly.
That happen in the background. We have a lot of equipment, don't we?
Yeah. Pride requires a lot of equipment.
And so we have a storage unit that has stuff in it.
Yes, it has all kinds of stuff in it.
And we need help with that.
Yeah.
Someone that can help us maintain the storage unit and load and unload equipment and keep track of it.
And inventory what we have and what needs to be purchased or what needs to be replaced or anything like that.
And then help with the equipment that we need for the day of the festival too, because we have stages, we have fencing, we have porta potties, we have tons of orange cones.
Yes.
For the parade, and then we put up signs, and we have to take down signs, and so we're looking for maybe a body that can kind of help with the equipment.
Yeah, equipment navigation and coordination would be very useful.
Yeah,
we're able to communicate with the companies that we rent them from, but the morning of when things are being set up, we need definitely someone there to make sure everything's where it's supposed to be.
Right.
The porta potties are where they should be.
Right, and go pick up the generator and bring the generator to the site and stuff like that.
Little details like that.
Yeah, the small things that make a big festival.
Definitely.
Okay, what else do we need? Because to me it seems like an endless list sometimes, but we need volunteers.
We definitely need volunteers in every aspect. And it's big jobs, small jobs. Like, I know sometimes people think, oh my gosh, a commitment like that is far too much. But we could use your skills for, a 2-hour shift to monitor something or to stand and be part of this specific aspect of the festival. So any kind of volunteer is always needed.
Right.
Always needed.
We'll find a job for you.
For sure.
There's no lack of work. We're looking for some people to maybe help us with the children's area.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of become its own little body over there.
It really has.
And so we need a little more input and someone to help organize arts and crafts or bring in new ideas to kind of keep it fresh and exciting for the kids.
Yeah, come up with little games that the kids can play or different things that can happen throughout the afternoon while the parents are there watching their kids and participating with coloring and spin art and the bounce houses and things like that. So, anyone who would be interested in coordinating that or bringing those ideas to the table, would love to hear from them.
Right. It'd be great if we had somebody that was willing to kind of spearhead the ideas, and then we find volunteers to watch the bouncy castles.
Absolutely.
In shifts and stuff like that. So we're really looking for someone to just gather some of the ideas and bring some new ideas to the table and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, there's so much to do with Pride. I'm already like okay,
I know.
It's coming.
It's already happening. The time is ticking away.
We're already meeting. We're already brainstorming. We're already trying to get this stuff under control.
Yeah.
So, but we want more ideas. So we haven't settled on a theme quite yet for this year. But once we decide on a theme, then we go into poster making mode, and so we want people to submit their art for the posters.
Yeah, the themes vary too. Like we've had Rainbow Revolution. One year we had Year of the Ally. Last year was We Are Queer History, and so it kind of varies, and it exemplifies different things throughout the community or someone's input for what the organization could be using going forward.
Right.
Lots of ideas. We'll take them all.
We'll take them all. We love ideas. We're so busy focusing on what the work we already have to do. Sometimes I feel like my brain's a little burned out and I have no new ideas.
Exactly.
And then someone comes in and I'm just like, why didn't we think of that?
That's a fantastic idea.
So it's always good to get some new blood and some new ideas into the building. So come to the meetings on Sundays.
Yeah.
And join us. As we get closer to Pride, we start meeting more frequently.
Yeah. But the community meetings definitely happen once a month on the second Sunday.
Yeah, they're like an hour long.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not a huge commitment, but we're able to talk about different things and get community input and receive ideas from them, and talk about things that the board has kind of established of like, this is what we're going to do. What do you think?
Right.
Is this going to be a good idea? Let's go forward.
Right. And we want to know what your guys' unmet needs are.
Definitely,
we know what we need. What do you want from us? What do you need from us? I mean, we do this festival and we do these fundraisers, and there's a lot of other great organizations that do a lot of queer work in the community. Like Humboldt Pride is not the umbrella by any means.
Oh gosh, no, yeah.
I mean, the Raven Project works a lot with the youth. And then Queer Humboldt, that Todd's little project, they're involved in a lot of stuff like that. And then there's like the Eric Rofus Center that's up at HSU and the work that they do. And then, there's like the AIDS cycle race and what they do. So sometimes people reach out to us with a need and we're able to say, I know where you can get that.
Yeah.
There's somebody else that does that already.
Yeah.
And so I like being able to connect people with other organizations and stuff like that too.
Because the networking is amazing that we can kind of reach out to different groups within the queer umbrella.
Right.
And follow like, oh, this is an excellent idea. Let's connect those two together.
Right. And we've had people come to us and say that they want to do an event and we've, like the Raven Project kind of reached out to us and stuff like that. And we've had other groups come to us and say, hey, we want to do this, but we just don't know how. And they heard a rumor that we throw like this really great party.
Yes.
And so they call us and they're like, so we want to, can you help us out a little bit?
Yeah.
So not only do we do just the Humboldt Pride Festival, we do a lot that week.
Yeah, we do a whole week of events actually. We call it Pride Week.
Pride Week.
And those events range from, we've done past couple years we did a fundraiser at Applebee's. So it's different types of events. Not everything happens at a bar, not everything happens at a nightclub. So we'll have a dinner, we'll do the last Outfielders softball game. We play against the Planned Parenthood team, and their team is called Balls Deep, which is always a fun event because they get into it, we get into it, everyone's dressing up. It's
Yeah, we had this last year. We had performances.
Yes.
And everybody was dressed in rainbows, and we had an amazing turnout. And it was its own goofy little party that we had on the field.
It really was.
Yeah.
It was foggy and cold, but it was super fun.
It was super fun, and kids running around, and people laughing, and people cheering. And I'm not a big baseball fan, softball fan, but that one is like, it's so much fun to go to. Like I enjoy the games.
Yeah, you don't have to be a sports fan to enjoy that specific event. It's just a fun, another family-friendly, free event that happens during the week.
Right.
And
when do softball signups happen? So like, do you play softball? Do you want to play softball? Like, you should come play softball.
Softball signups, you can reach out on our Facebook page. The signups will be at the mid to end of May, and the practices will begin end of May to June, and the season begins July.
It's a great way to meet people. We've had some new players over the last couple of years that are now truly committed to us and look forward to the season.
And you don't have to be skilled at all. You could never have played softball in your life, or you can be someone who's played your entire life.
Right.
The goal, I actually am the coach of the team, and the goal is to have fun. So if you're not having fun, you're not doing it right. So that's what we go for.
Yeah, we're kind of the non-competitive team. We play against some competitive teams.
Yes. and we have fun. Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, we have great fun. Yeah, the games are a lot of fun. So I'm glad that Humboldt Pride, that's just another fun thing that we get to do throughout the year and stuff like that. So we do a couple of other things. We've done throughout the week of Pride, we've done picnics, and we've done lots of other get-togethers, and we've shown movies, and we've had guest speakers, and so we're always looking for new ideas. If there's something small maybe that somebody wants or needs out there in the community, we talked about bathroom etiquette at this last one, which was a great conversation that we had and stuff like that. So Pride Week is busy. We do lots of different things
Yeah,
and throw a party, and maybe I think Caravan of Glam might come back and join us this year. Have y'all met Caravan of Glam?
They're amazing.
They're amazing. They come down here quite a bit now. And so last year they did our kickoff party for us, and we'll see them, I'm sure, sometime during Pride and have them back with us and stuff like that.
We'll throw them in the mix.
Right. So there's lots to do, lots going on. So again, if you really want to like get in touch with us, we should, you can find us on Facebook. We're just Humboldt Pride. Like us, follow us, stalk us, subscribe to our events.
Yeah.
If you're interested in volunteering and stuff like that, and you're not quite sure where to go, you can message us on Facebook. We get back to you.
Absolutely.
We have a volunteer Facebook page also. So if you message us and you're interested in volunteering, we'll connect you to that Facebook page, and so you can stay up to date on that stuff. And you can find us at HumboldtPride.org and look at everything that's going on the website and get in touch with us. If you're interested in vending or know somebody who might be interested in vending at the festival, or if you're interested in volunteering, or you have this great, amazing idea that you just can't help yourself and absolutely want to share it with us, we want to hear about it.
Please do.
And come out to our meetings and participate and, give back to the community. And you don't have to be queer to be here with us. We love everybody.
Yeah.
So, Steph, I just really want to thank you for coming out and sitting with me today and us having a chance to talk about Pride, because we're so passionate about it.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me. It's really great. I will want to reach out and see if we can get some new faces.
Right, and get more people to come be a part of us and stuff like that. We always love new people.
Yeah.
I love everybody.
Me too.
I know. Gay people are so happy.
Hey.
I know. Last time I went to Club Triangle, do you know how many people I hugged? People I didn't even know.
Yay.
We're fun like that. And the festival's open to everybody. It's family friendly. It's very children friendly. We want to see everybody there.
Yes.
You don't have to be queer to hang out with us.
Not at all.
Not at all. We just want you to come hang out with us.
Come have fun.
Because we're a great party. Yeah, I think so too.
I think so.
Okay. So again, thanks for being here with me today. And thanks everybody for joining me and staff and Humboldt Pride on Stand Up Humboldt, which is queer news from a Humboldt point of view. Have a great day.